Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Oh, I'd like to say it's the start of another week, but that was yesterday. I've kept thinking it was Monday all day today, which I guess is no bad thing. It means the week's going to finish earlier than planned. Anyway, hope you are all doing great. Hope you've all had a great weekend. Tonight, we are, of course, checking out the Fenix version 2, the latest update that we've had released yesterday. So that's going to be great to check that out. And oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, I've just realised I've had to tinker around with some of my cabling underneath my desk, and I've just realised that I've got my side stick completely stuck. I've got it wrapped around my mouse cable, and I've also got it wrapped around the rudder pedals. So, good job we checked that to the flight control check before we start that. Otherwise, that would have been a little bit of a mess come takeoff, wouldn't it? Anyway, great to see you guys this evening. We are in Poland, somewhere we don't visit that often, and we are departing to Amsterdam. Decent length flight, lots of VATSIM ATC, so should hopefully be a really good night. So, thank you for joining us this evening. I can see some of our channel members as well coming in. Hey, Elliot, good to see you. Oh man, you guys had rubbish weather where I was at the weekend down near you on, well, yeah, pretty grey and rainy all weekend when I was down in Devon, Elliot. Good evening, Dark Fury, the legend as always. Christian's here as well, at least until he passes out. Uncle Spuston, hello. Hey James, good to see you as well. Tony and Colin the Rock also coming into the chat with Lulu as well. Yeah, the cable management's not one of my greatest strengths, Christian, as you've just heard. Hey Nigel, hey Danny, good to see you. Shout out as well to those of you joining us on Twitch. Hey Matt Arcade, hope you're doing well. Off-world, the flyby wires are in the way. Absolutely right, yeah. Hey, Easy Dream Player coming into the chat as well. And a shout out as well to all of you that are watching this evening. It's about an hour and a half, 45 minutes flight tonight, so we're definitely going to have to get cracking, get going. Let's start looking through stuff then. As I say, we are in Krakow, heading to Amsterdam this evening. There's the flight plan that's pinned into the chat as well if you are watching on YouTube. We are full. Look at that. We are absolutely packed. Zero underload. Rotterdam is the alternate. Takeoff weight is already above our max landing weight, so something to bring into the brief. 360 is planned. Let's see if we can get there from takeoff. I'm not sure. We'll have to check that. Headwind of 4, that's negligible really, isn't it? Zero fuel weight 61 tons. Shear rate's okay. Expecting 2.5 for departure, 1.8 right for landing. Oh god, that's the one with the taxi is almost as long as the journey. 6.6 tons plug fuel. CNR is 2.3. What extra fuel are we going to take? To be honest, not that much. Well, we'll see what the weather's doing in Amsterdam in a moment. Quick look at the route. Yeah, Gridmore is fine. That's all okay. Oh god, what's happening in Amsterdam with that? Ooh. So I'm just looking at the cloud base, the ceiling there, 200 feet, visibility 1.4 kilometers. Alright, let's have a look at the forecast, because that's almost getting into LVP and Austral land territory. So what's the date today? It's the 12th, isn't it? At the moment, actually, it's fine. It's 800 feet and 5 kilometers. It's saying that later on, the cloud base is going to drop. Yeah, cloud base is going to drop and get down to 1.4 kilometers. There's a chance of that a little bit later on, but hopefully we'll have landed by then. So no, at the moment it's still Cat 1 stuff. Rotterdam is a little bit similar as well, looking to that, like rain and drizzle. We've got Brussels, that's okay. We've got Eindhoven as well. Again, that is pretty similar. Dusseldorf, how's that going there? Don't usually fly to Dusseldorf. This is our route. Let's have a look. Have we got any weather to worry about? Ooh, yeah, okay. So up to 17,000 feet, icing turbulence, and on the way back down, icing and turbulence on the arrival as well. A little bit of turbulence throughout the descent. So yeah, we might take a little bit of extra fuel. For that. I've had a quick look through the note times already just to save us a bit of time. There's basically nothing in here, but feel free to go and have a read through those if you wish. So I think we can't take too much, but if we take 7 tons, that should have us covered quite nicely for all eventualities to today. So let's have a look at the charts for what we need. We're parked at stand 11, expecting runway 25. That is a short taxi. Departure is the Omfol 1 Juliet departure, so straight out, right turn, MSA 6900, and transition altitude 6,500 feet, and climb to 6,000 is our clearance. Lovely. Right, let's go find our aircraft, get on board, and get sorted then, shall we? So here we are, beautiful Krakow airport. Say we don't go here too often, so it's nice to do something a little bit different. Just telling the flight crew then what it is. What is we want? We want 7 tons of fuel. Not the flight crew, of course, the ground crew. 7 tons of fuel, and yeah, we are packed to the rafters with people today. So that's all well and good. Let's hope GSX plays ball after the update. They have rewritten a bit of the coding there, haven't they? So fingers crossed that's going to work. Although I can't see any stairs coming in. I've got no vehicles at all there. Or maybe GSX isn't going to work. A temperamental thing. Maybe I need to update GSX. I only did it a while ago. A couple of weeks ago, but oh well. Let's get on board and see what happens. We've got a preliminary load sheet anyway, so that's been sent to us. Right, so let's just check our aircraft. Usual stuff. Ground power pumps are off. Nav logo lights. That's all fine. And let's just come down there and check flaps, spoilers, parking brake. Yep, squawk 2000, please. And acupressure's not in the green because no one's come to sort our aircraft out. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Is that a... oh, that's interesting. Where's that aircraft come from? How did that aircraft park correctly? In the slab. What's that? What's going off there? Yeah, so we'll carry on. If GSX works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh no, GSX has crashed. It has absolutely crashed. I can tell you that now. So what I'm going to have to do is we will let me just reset the aircraft. And I'm going to have to just do it again on the EFB def thing. So we'll load the aircraft and we'll just do it as a fast time there. So I don't think GSX is going to want to work. No, I'll have to try updating it at some point. Obviously, not now. Hey Andrew, good to see you. Hitman says they've actually released GSX 2.9.5 today. 9.4 is required for work with Fenix. I've no idea which one I've got. Honestly, I updated it 2 weeks ago, so they bring out more updates than the fly-by-wire team sometimes, don't they? Anyway, let's crack on. First thing I want is the ATIS. We've got ATIS here? Yes, we do. Oh, what is it? 12613. Let's have a listen. Or not. No voice ATIS. Okay. Right. Well, in that case, we shall get it from here. It must have just gone offline then. Anyway, 290 at 3, varying 2532. Visibility is fine. Scattered 1,700 feet. Broken 2,800 feet. Temperature 8. QNH is 1012. Heyman says restart the call to... oh yeah, the engine. I could restart it. Well, I can try it if you really want me to. It crashed proper, so... well, we'll see what happens. does mean though that the boarding won't work all properly, will it? Because have we got the doors open? That's the other thing. Let me just see what's happening with the doors. We'll just open all the doors. Right, there you go. Bottom right, all doors are open. Okay, let's continue setting up the aircraft then. 1012, that's fine. Monitoring the guard frequency, yeah, that's fine. They're all good. Acupressure's now in the green as the doors have opened. Straight's run, that initial climb is 6,000 feet. Okay, good. Let's set up the box then. So, 3 nav greens, aircraft status, and the air cycle is fine. Let's do it the init request. We have indeed refueled. Yeah, we can see all that, so that's good. What's this guy doing? You've just slid into me. Okay. Oh well, we'll ignore that. Oh, the immersion killer. Right, call sign Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. So this is a flight which doesn't normally fly until September time, but well, what the hell. It is 8 degrees. Where is my operational full light plan? Yeah, temperature 8 degrees. Tropos 34860. That's not a million miles away. We'll leave that. Wind. Download that. Should we see if JSX wants to play now? Just do us a bit of boarding. See if it works. 54.5 north, 19482 east. There we go. KTV, what is the call sign for Easyjet? Well, if it's Easyjet UK, it is Easy. If it is Easyjet Europe, it is Alpine, which is what we are tonight. And if it's the Easyjet Switzerland, it is Top Swiss, which is a mouthful of a call sign. Particularly when they combine it with something stupid like Top Swiss Alpha November or Yankee November. Anything with November in it. Right, there's still an Easyjet. Who's slurping and sliding all over the place. If it becomes annoying, we can just ignore it. So we are going to be departing to 5 on the Umfol 1 Juliet departure, if we can find that. There we are. And then arriving ILS 18 right. The star is the Norku 2 Alpha. And the VIA is R-tip, and it should be the R-tip 1 Charlie, I think. It doesn't have the 1 Charlie in there, actually. We'll try the 1 Delta, we'll see what that looks like. We can amend that en route, it's not going to be a million miles away. So, yeah, we'll check that in a bit. Basically, we've got the nighttime transition, so there we go. KTV, you couldn't use ESY if you're on VATSIM, because they will need the proper call signs. If you're not on VATSIM, I guess you can use what you want. 611 miles, 634 miles in the box. Radnav page, yeah, tuned to the CAC VOR. We'll turn that on. There it is. Is GSX actually boarding or doing anything, or is it just crashed again? It just doesn't want to play, does it? Nah. It's broken. I definitely need to update that then before our next stream. It doesn't want to play ball. Right, init B page then. Have we got a load sheet? Let's have a look. So, is there a fuel? It is 61. And a CFG for departure is 31.5. Fuel for the alternate is 1.2 tons. fuel planning. So we're going to take 7 ton. So him, and yeah, well, I think I've got 294. I'm not going to check it now, but I'm pretty certain I've got that. Because we had it working perfectly. In fact, I had it working perfectly this afternoon, so I don't know why it's decided not to work now. Right, takeoff weight then of 67.8, which is fine, and a takeoff CFG is 29.8. So, there we go. Right, onto our performance page then. Let's have a quick look at that. So it is indeed dry. Flaps 1, no need to force target. Anti-ice will be off, it's warm enough. Packs will be off. Takeoff weight is 67.8, and that's CFG 29.8. Intersection data, full length. Yeah, I mean that makes sense anyway. Even the shortest taxi is full length, so no need to pop an intersection in there. So we have got 139, 146, 146 again. Flaps 1. Transition altitude 6,500 feet, flex 5.9, and let's have a look at our engine out procedures and stuff. Right, where are we? Krakow 22. So 1781, 1781, 1781. That's now going to be for our ops 1581, 1581, 1581. There's no real terrain around us. Although, funnily enough, MSA is 6,900 feet, and that's because of the terrain to the south of the airport. Well, we're obviously going to be flying north, so that shouldn't affect us. The engine out procedure, then, let's just copy the active flight plan. Oh, this will be a nice thing to test, actually. So, if we pop in, it is standard, so EKPP runway 25. Can we create a waypoint on departure track, which is 252 at 12 miles? Can we pop that in to here? Let's see what happens if I press NIFQ. Should allow that in there. Ah, it hasn't done. No, that's messed that up. Okay, that shouldn't happen. Let's go back to copying the active. Let's try again. Epico pop out kilo 252 12 miles out. Let's press AXROF instead. There we go. So that is our engine out SID, and then after that we'd make a right turn to the Krakow VOR. So it's there, where we will hold. Inbound course is 099, and it is right turns. And then after that, of course, we'd be coming back here. Arriving back, ILS 25. No start, but I would imagine the Krakow is... Oh, it's not one of the Veers. That's interesting. Okay, well, no Veer it is then. Now, it does say right turn. I definitely want to check that a right turn has been planned if we do that. doesn't actually compute whether it's going to do a right or left turn. So we just need to make a mental note of that we would need to force the aircraft to turn right. I could put a waypoint in over here to make it turn right, you know, waypoint north of this place bearing distance 02, but yeah, save a bit of time. We'll just do that manually should we need to. Christian, this is why I don't even think about what I'm doing or saying, Christian. Anything could come out of my mouth now. EKPP. Right, that's all good. Box is set up, and we're happy with that. Good. Company message. Is that the final load sheet come through? Oh, yes, it is. Takeaway 674. Yeah, that's good. What's the CFG then? 29.8. Brilliant. Everything's set and done. Okay, let me give ATC a shout then. 123255. Krakow Tower, good evening. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, stand 11. Type A320 requesting IFR clearances filed to Amsterdam, and we have information Victor.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, hello Krakow Tower, clear to destination. Departure Omfol 1 Juliet, runway 25, squawk 1000, information with Victor, correct, initial climb 6000 feet.
Cleared via departure runway 25 Omfol 1 Juliet, initial climb 6000 and squawk 1000 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Beautiful. Okay, let's brief then. I think everybody's on board now. So let's get the doors closed and
Polska 22 Echo,
just come off.
Kraków Tower, dzień dobry.
Come off that for now. Yeah, everything's up and loaded. I want to start the APU actually. Get that up and running, and then we can do the brief whilst waiting for that to start. So, not too much to brief here. The weather's nice. It's not raining or anything like that. We've got very light wind, 290 at 3, so a little bit of wind from the right as we're departing out. Short taxi, so a little threat there. Very short taxi, in fact. We can expect just to taxi via Zulu to holding point Alpha for runway 25. So we'll get both engines started, no single engine taxi time, and yeah, just take time doing the checklists. Let's not feel rushed on this short taxi. Departures straightforward, straight out MSA 6,900 feet. First turn will be to the right. Noise abatement 2. No speed restrictions or anything like that. So yeah, autopilot can be on. We can clean ourselves up pretty quickly and accelerate away on schedule. Any threats to be aware of or errors that we might want to mitigate? None that spring to mind, to be honest. Obviously a little bit of terrain to the south, so a threat there. Can't see it on this chart, but it is there, hence the high MSA. And yeah, the short taxi. That's yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't go looking for problems if there aren't any. With that, I think we're going to be good to go. So if the APU is up and running, which it now is, disconnect that, get the bleed on, and we'll tell the ground crew that don't need the GPU or anything like that anymore. I think they've all gone anyway. Now, is GSX actually going to work for the pushback? We'll see. I'm guessing not. Looking at looking at that. Nah, leave it. It's a broken effort. Alright, so the cockpit preparation checklist then. So aircraft acceptance has been all completed. Fuel quantity is 6.6 tons. Check that's balanced, which it is. Seatbelt signs are now on, and it is 3 nav green, QNH 1012, and it's 800 feet. Right, let's get back on frequency. Hey Otto, good to see you. And welcome to anyone else who's just joining us as well. Tower Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, stand 11's ready for push and start.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, push and start approved, QNH 1012.
Push and start approved, QNH 1012, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Wonderful. Okay, before start checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff data has been confirmed, windows are closed, EFB is on flight mode, doors are closed and armed. Oh, excellent! The updates fixed it. The previous update, they didn't arm the doors until you started moving back, which was rubbish. And the beacon light is on. So, back we go. Nozzle steering is disconnected. Okay, release parking brake.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
Alright, engine mode selected to ignition and starting engine 1. Hey Chris, good to see you, and Otto as well. Thanks for coming in, guys. Not too many live streams I know taking place at the moment, so really appreciate you coming in this evening.
Sky to welcome Krakow. Vacate left onto Foxtrot and continue Foxtrot Bravo Juliet Zulu, stand number 1 right.
We are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you.
Bravo Juliet Zulu to stand 1 right. Sky to hotel. Runway vacated.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket. Oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace.
First
brace.
officer must be blind. Let's turn his
There are
screens
2
down a little bit,
emergency
shall we?
exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board.
Engine 1 stable, starting engine 2.
Adjusted and released.
Tell you what,
Shut.
for a manual pushback,
It
I don't
must
think
be
that was
fastened
bad.
when the seatbelt signs are on, and we
Normally I
recommend you
mess
keep
that
it
right
fastened
up, but we're
at all
actually on the
times.
taxi line, which is nice.
If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen.
Okay, parking brake
Put
set.
the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on board,
Hitman's moved over
put
to
the life
YouTube.
jacket
Hey
under
Hitman,
your
good to see
seat.
you on
Put it over your
on
head.
there.
Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not craft.
Christian says he likes the manual option better, especially on VATSIM. You want the tug to be ready to push you back as ASAP when getting clearance.
There is a light and whistle for
You're not
a
allowed to do
captain.
that before the beacon's on. No, that's
We
right.
also carry flotation aids for children.
Information Alpha. Hey mate, good to
Must
see
now
you.
be stowed, armrest down.
They have altered the ground effect a little bit crispy,
Wish you a
so
pleasant flight.
we'll be seeing that tonight together for the first time in Amsterdam a little bit later on.
Dobranoc.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be dimming the lights. You can turn on a
Okay,
reading light.
both engines are happy, so anti-ice not required. We'll do our flight control check here as well, but first let's just run the after start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ECAM status is checked, pitch trim's 29.8, rudder is neutral. So side sticks check then, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, full left, and neutral.
Krakow Tower, Alpine 273 with the check please.
East 2743, hello, read you 5.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is ready for taxi.
First calling session, please say in your call sign.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, taxi Zulu Alpha, holding point 25.
Zulu Alpha holding point runway 25. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Yeah, so basically straightforward and stop there.
Krakow Tower, Alpine 2743. Well, good evening. We are at gate 10, aircraft type A320 with information Victor, requesting Alpha clearance to Amsterdam, please.
Alpine 2743, unfortunately I cannot give your clearance. Mumbai is not correct departure point for current IRAC.
Okay, so quick rebrief.
Okay, no problem.
LMCs, it's all good.
Thank you.
Engine out procedure is standard, straight out on runway heading, and 2,300 feet, right hand turn to Krakow.
Lot 010, dzień dobry, kontynuuj podejście, numer 1, pas 25, wiatr 2704 węzły.
Departure, straight out, no speed restrictions, right hand turns first, noise abatement 2, and stop climb 6,000. Taxi checklist, flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMA, climb up blue 1FD2. 6,000 blue. Radar previous wisher is on. ECAM memo. Still waiting for the cabin crew. EFP is stowed and disconnected.
Lot 010, zezwalam lądować pas 25, wiatr 2704 węzły.
Disregard the fault. And we're not going to tell them where we are because I'm waiting for that cabin crew to sort themselves out. Can't take off until they're ready. Chris Hogg, that's... Chris Hogg, thank you so much for your £10 super chat saying great to be back. Yeah, like I said, Chris, I'm just so busy at the moment. So
Alpha Mike, confirm landing traffic inside 3 miles final, Boeing 737, lot company.
and Alpine 34 Alpha Mike has the traffic inside.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, thank you, behind landing traffic line up runway 25 and wait behind.
After the landing, aircraft line up and wait runway 25 behind Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. So we just wait for him to land. Yeah, bit busy at the moment, working away quite a bit as well, Chris. So thank you so much for your generous donation, and yeah, it's always great to be back with you guys. So we have been given our lineup clearance, so we'll just wait for him to land, then we'll get ourselves into position. Maxi, there is a mod which adds the Northern Lights to the sim. The last time I had it though, it was a little bit weird because you used to get Northern Lights in parts of the world where you shouldn't really see Northern Lights. Is that what is that coming in? Is that a Dreamliner or something? Oh well, I'm going to stick around long enough to find out. Right, approach path is clear, lights are on. Let's line up. Just confirming as well as part of the taxi checklist. Now, Eco Memo, takeoff, no blue.
Tower, Alpine 273, we refiled our flight plan.
Line up checklist then. So the cabin is now secured. Takeoff runway full length 25 TCAS. TARA impacts 1 and 2 are confirmed off.
So we are cleared to Amsterdam by runway 25 with downfall 1 Juliet departure. Score is 1000. Initial time is 6000 for Alpine 273.
Alpine 2743 is back correct.
Radar 0 zwoliliśmy pas 25.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, clear for takeoff to 5. Wind 0, correction, wind 270 at 4 knots. Airborne contact approach 121.075. Thank you.
Clear takeoff, runway 25 and 12107 for departure. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, good night. Change that now.
Lot 010, witamy w Krakowie. Kołuj w lewo, brawo, następnie Juliet, Zulu, stanowisko correct. Stanowisko 3 prawe.
Takeoff. Start the chrono.
Kołujemy Juliet, Zulu, stanowisko 3 prawe, 110.
Engine stable. Set takeoff first. Man flex SRS runway. Buzz saw. Check. This is a wide runway.
Top Sky, to Echo na stanowisku. Dzięki za kontrolę. Do miłego.
Dzięki.
100 knots. V1. Rotate. It's getting a bit misty and foggy, isn't it? Positive climb, gear up.
Krakow Tower, Alpine 273, gate 10, requesting push and start.
Alpine 2743, push and start approved. QNH
Nav.
1012.
Push and start approved, QNH 1012 for Alpine 273.
First climb, climb. Autopilot 1 now engaged. Just contact departure. Krakow departure, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike passing 2,300 for 6,000 on full 1 Juliet.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, very good evening sir, correct approach, identified, climb flight level 360, direct glasses.
Climb flight level 360, direct glasses, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Been cleared straight to our cruising altitude, so I want to check that in a moment in the box. It's 360 blue.
Enter 7741, continue descent altitude 4,000 feet, you are cleared ILS runway 26, report established.
Cleared ILS runway 26.
There's losses.
Continue descent
A beam
to
point.
4,000 feet. Report established under 7741.
Yeah, so 360 is going to be okay. We can manage that. I'm loving the effect of the lights in this cloud. That was that's a bit special. That's I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's part of the update. I've seen it obviously affecting the clouds before, but not with such a precise sort of beam LA Kids 143, hi mate, received the Mini FCU today. You will never fly without it.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened
It
while
is
seatbelt
an
sign
awesome
is on. We recommend
piece of gear. Okay, a couple of people asking what the beam points does. Right, so if now I have a look on the flight plan, on the navigation display rather, I've got all of the waypoints that I would have been passing over had I not been given a direct to Lasses. If I have a quick look then at our actual flight plan look, one second, right, so hopefully it will show you this was our actual flight plan. We've just been given sort of like the direct to Lasses, which is just here. What it has done now on the navigation display is it's put all of the other waypoints in that we were going to be passing through. Sort of, you can see Dinov there, the one before it, Olmuk and Omfol. So they're there on the navigation display, showing a beam where those points actually are. To make that a bit clearer, if I hang on, we've just passed 10,000 feet, so let me just pop airports on there. Do the usual stuff. So RadNav page, we can clear that out. We've already checked the progress page. We know that's going to be fine. Cost index 0, and secondary flight plan we will copy the active. Yeah, so if I now just pop in Omfol, for example, on the fixes page, to show you where that actually is. Just get rid of that for a moment. You should be able to see. Yeah, there you go. When you're given a direct, it means that you will obviously skip a load of your waypoints. Now, we should have flown via Omfol, which is just here. But we're going direct to a waypoint ahead of that. So it's now showing us where a beam, that is basically at a right angle, we are going to be as we fly past it. And we've got the beam point of Omfol there. And the reason we do that is so we can do fuel checks. And we've got all the waypoints that we are skipping out as well still on the navigation display. So that's the reason that we use the beam function. I'll get rid of Omfol now because, well, we don't need it. So hopefully that explains why we did that. Right, I think we can get that off, and anti-ice can come off as well. Slick one, you're more than welcome. Hopefully I explained it in a way that that made sense. Tony, you thought the Mini FCU was arriving tomorrow for you. Was like a kid at Christmas, then you realise it's next Wednesday. Oh dear. Musical Fancy as well, also asking about the beam points. Hopefully, again, if I didn't explain something clearly enough, then do let me know. So who are we on with at the moment? We're on approach, aren't we? Yeah, Krakow approach frequency. But a lovely climb out. Clouds are looking nice. I bet they'd look gorgeous in the daylight. Just realised we've still got the lights on. Let's get all those off. It's because we didn't do the flow, did we? Oh, spoilers, flaps, gear, lights. Forgot that. A380, I would definitely...
7741, confirm established.
Definitely recommend the Mini FCU. It,
Wait.
It's sold out though at the moment.
7741, second.
I am on the straight to Island.
7741, I confirm you are established ILS runway 26.
Now established.
When it does come,
7741,
when it does come back into stock though, yeah, remember to use the
4 knots, runway 26, please land.
Easyjet SIM pilot discount code. Save yourself a bit of money. As Steve did. And a reminder as well, you can also support the channel by picking up scenery from Innerbuilds using the link pinned in at the top of the chat on YouTube, video description as well on YouTube, and also on the profile on Twitch. If you're looking for some new airports to fly in and out of, then yeah, please do use the link. Be interested to see how much ATC service we get tonight as we head over towards Amsterdam. Angus, any idea how long the resupply turnaround is going to be? I don't, Angus, I'm afraid.
Wieczór, lot 3 Hotel Bravo, w kontakcie radarowym.
Callum, what's the normal angle of attack for takeoff? Obviously it depends on
3 Hotel Bravo,
your aircraft weight. And basically, the best thing to do is sort of target your... follow the flight directors. Don't over-rotate though. You're looking at about... so like 3 degrees per second, I think.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, no for ATC, monitoring 122.8, have a pleasant flight here.
122.8, thank you for the service, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, good night. I do think I should be able to tune the radio frequencies quicker. Steve says, it cost you a fortune after the Ibiza flight. You went on via the link, bought Innerbuilds, Ibiza, Manchester and Leeds Bradford. Well, Steve, you're not going to be stuck for places to fly to or from now, are you? I mean, Ibiza to Leeds Bradford, that is a good flight. There's probably a Jet 2 route as well. So yeah, that's a decent one for you. Of course, Manchester as well to Ibiza. Hey, Organ Aviator, good to see you. Obviously flying now over an area where the city lights aren't quite so bright, so we don't get that that yellow effect on the clouds. What says you can tune the radios quick and have a look at the free excellent add-on VATSIM radio. Is that where you can literally sort of just click the frequency that you need? Because I don't want to do that. I just want to literally be able to spin these dials quicker. What I actually need is a piece of hardware that would do it. That would be really neat. Travel Planet Island says, hello from operational control at Dublin Airport. Oh, well, do you know what, Travel Planet Island? I hope... Do you remember it was advertised in the news a few months... What's that? Oh, it's okay. Master caution, cancel that. Disregard. Clear recap. Oh, I thought something had broken on my aircraft then. Something serious. Yeah, do you remember in the news, it was advertised a while back, wasn't it, that Easyjet had acquired some slots at Dublin Airport, and I thought, oh, this is going to be great. This is really going to annoy our HARP flying friends. And I like Dublin Airport, but obviously here on the channel it's not an airport we often visit for obvious reasons. But it would be really nice, wouldn't it? It would be really good. So many good flights that we could do in and out of Dublin. And there's some really good scenery for Dublin Airport as well, isn't it? Although I forget now who makes that. A380, a discount code for Innobuild? No, afraid not, but using the link in the description if you are purchasing stuff for Innobuilds does help, does support the channel at the same time. So I appreciate everyone who uses that link to grab themselves some new scenery. Our Travel Planet Island, you work for Aer Lingus, who we love. I love their liveries. I also love the A330s that they fly out of Manchester as as well. I think they look stunning. I really like the Aer Lingus livery. It's beautifully understated. Organ Aviator, GCSE's time is definitely coming up quickly around the corner, isn't it? Yeah. I still remember mine very well. It's not that I'm young, it's just that they left a lasting impression. I hated it. I hated revising for exams. I mean, there were some people that, you know, they went all out. They had a revision schedule. They worked night and day with their revision. They were stressed out about it. Me, I just used to read a textbooks while watching Simpsons in the background. I could probably tell you more about Simpsons than the the topic I was meant to be studying. Them's were the days. Touch wood, actually, I passed all my GCSEs, so, and with a decent grade. Hey, YTP. Yeah, funnily enough, the bug you mentioned is covered in the video that was released a little bit earlier on today regarding that. 14 hours a week, I think, is a fair balance, Organ. Yeah, definitely. Travel Planet Island, the best thing I could recommend you do for an issue like that is I would suggest you get onto our Discord server. And the reason I say that is because you've got not just me, but loads of people in there who are incredibly clever, incredibly smart when it comes to software and hardware issues. And there's also people there pretty much 24/7 all around the world that will be able to help you with that, so you'll probably get a response pretty quickly. But yeah, post it there. That means everyone can then take a look. CJ670 says, you're starting to fly in Europe. What are some things you should download for a better experience? You also have the premium package for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but you don't have any things. It all depends on what you're after, CJ670, but my first thing would be definitely Rex AccuSeasons. Love Rex AccuSeasons. Makes the ground much more realistic and a much better place to fly over. And that is also worldwide, so it doesn't matter where in the world you're flying. It helps that. Travel Planet Island. No, you can join our Discord server here at the Easyjet Sim Pilot. A link in the video description if you want to check that out. There's also a link to our Discord server now on Twitch as well if you're watching over there, which hadn't been there for a while, so glad we've glad we've now got that in. Right, what about 4,000 feet then? We'll be at our top of climb. We'll do our top of climb checks and be on our way. Tyler Aviate, what are GCSEs? If you're from the US. So GCSEs are exams that the 16-year-old students take in school, after which they leave to go to college or apprenticeships. And then after that, of course, university is next. Don't actually know what the exams are called in the USA to compare those. Organ Aviator, do I know if Phoenix will release a paint kit? The person to ask about that is Dark Fury. I don't know if he's there. Hey, Flight Simmer, good to see you. And Information Alpha Official, hello, mate. Good to see you as well. So if you are just joining us, we are... in fact, why haven't I got airports on there? You join us just after departing Krakow. We're off to Amsterdam, testing out the Fenix update. See what it's like when we land as well, because they say the ground effects change, so that'll be interesting to see what my landing's going to be like there. See what the weather's doing there as well. If the weather's really good, I've got no excuse, have I? We're going to aviate to the Class 1, the one thing that sadly prevents many of us from pursuing the dream of commercial flight. YTP, do I like the CFM-IEs or the LEAP engines? That's almost like asking if I like the fly-by-wire or the Fenix aircraft. I'm a very boring guy. An engine's an engine. As long as it works, I like them. CJ, what does it look like for me in daytime? No idea. It's dark. So we should be on the ground in Amsterdam at about 10 o'clock. That's Zulu time, of course, UTC. Don't know if we'll have air traffic control on by that point. What I do want to showcase for you guys in the near future is some flights with the two different variants of AI air traffic control that are coming up. The Say Intentions and of course Beyond ATC as well. I think that would be quite exciting to do a live stream with those, and then you guys can see for yourself exactly how it works. 500 feet to go. Lulu says you have to retire from the airlines because of medical issues. Lulu, yeah, you have my absolute sympathies because of the safety critical nature of it. It's that they can't take the chances, can they? Hey, Dan Larson, good to see you. Flight Sim can't get a Class 1 medical, so you went for the PPL. Yeah, lots of people do the same. Of course, PPL is very expensive as well. Right, so pretty much there then. And we'll do all our top of climb checks. There we are, Mac Alt Cruise, turn that there, go to cost index, pop that back up to 4. That's good, and then we'll cycle the SD pages. Make sure nothing's broken or looks out of the ordinary. All looks well down there, and on the overhead nothing's broken up there either. Seems a bit dark, that overhead. I'm going to turn that up. There we are. Okay, so en route weathers then. What airports have we got to look at? So we will have a look and check what the weather's doing at various airports along our way, just in case something happens and we need to divert and get in. So Berlin is probably the first decent alternate. Send that off. After Berlin, then Echo Delta Delta Victor, and then realistically it is just going to be Amsterdam, so go check out what's happening there. Lulu, you're enjoying early retirement though. There's only so many times you can stare at the ocean before the novelty wears off. Lulu, you don't have to answer, obviously, but what was it? Was it cabin crew, pilot, engineer that you did? Right, receive messages. We've got any of those? There we go. So, Berlin's cab okay. Light winds. I think the weather's pretty good everywhere, isn't it? And oh, that's a long one. I don't like that. 18011. Okay, nice headwind, light drizzle, 4.5 kilometers visibility, scattered 400 feet, broken 500 feet. Oh, we're not going to see the runway till late, are we? But that is still Cat 1 conditions. Tempo visibility 2.5. Fair enough. Oh, that's going to be that. If the weather stays like that, and it's obviously depicted in the simulator as that is going to be an interesting landing, because it's not auto-land territory, but we're not going to see the runway until we are sort of below 500 feet. So yeah, stick with us tonight, guys. This could be fun. Tony, what's the ETA at Amsterdam? Is it not shown on the overhead? It should be around 10 o'clock local time. Sorry, 10 o'clock UTC time, which would be 11 o'clock local time there, wouldn't it? Okay, well let's just increase that a little bit. In fact, what we can do is we can go and let's see if we can go cost index 50. Speed our flight up a little bit. Is the toolbar not working again? No, stupid thing. Oh yeah, it says ground speed 0 and 0 IS. Okay, I wonder if we can give that a kick. Bear with me one moment. Hopefully it'll work in a second. Right, how's that? Is it functional again? Right, we'll do a fuel check as well. Now, this is a perfect time to explain why we did the abeam points. So we are now abeam, so somewhere on this line, right or left of us, is the waypoint exec. So, there's exec. Let's have a look at the operational flight plan. We took 400 kilograms extra, 600 kilograms extra with the contingency fuel. Exec then at the top there, we should have about 5 tons. Oh, actually that's interesting. Ooh, that's really interesting. Huh. Alright, we'll keep an eye on that. That's less fuel than I expected to see. Estimated fuel on board when we get to Amsterdam is 2.6 tons. CNR is 2.3. Not often we see the fuel on board less than what it's expected to be. Travel Planet Island, get ready for ATC. I hope so. That's what we want. And you have us live on Simware. Excellent. Well, welcome to everyone watching us on there. Hey, SimPilot A320. Not sure how the beam function works. Alright, SimPilot. go back and watch the stream closely after takeoff, and they gave us a direct, and someone asked me about the viewpoints and I went through it in a bit of detail, so you can check that back at your leisure. Company message, what's that? They'll be telling me I'm late, won't they? That's what they'll be doing. They'll be shouting at me. 10 minutes delay. Ten minutes delay, okay. Uh, 10 minutes. Any particular reason we were late? Incorrect departure time. Yeah, that's a good idea. ODI. My children wouldn't go to sleep fast enough. I don't think I can use that as an excuse. Christian, I've just upped it. I just upped it to 50 just to get there a little bit quicker. However, I'm keeping a close eye on that fuel now. We could have blamed the ground crew for not actually showing up. Could have used that as an excuse for being late. Sounds like somebody's smuggled their guitar on board, doesn't it? And hopefully that's the ATC. 13356. See, it takes forever to tune a frequency.
5079, see you. Bye-bye, Alpine 35, Bravo, Echo, speed Mach 75, Olive.
Speed decimal 75, or 35, Bravo, Echo.
Air China 988,
Air China?
at level
Awesome.
247, confirm you're still descending.
We are still descending in China 988.
Air China 988, contact radar on 131.3.
131.3, Air China 988.
Control low, your links, runway 300.
Blocked.
Control low, your links, runway 300.
Roaming 3 Papa Hotel, München, identified. Hello, proceed direct Rarup.
München radar, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, flight level 360, direct Hotel Lima Zulu.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, München identified. Proceed direct to Nog.
Proceed direct to Nog, confirm November Oscar Golf, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, Norku, November Oscar Romeo, Kilo Uniform, Norku.
Direct Norku, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Ryanair 312, München.
And we'll be in points that once again.
Lot
Yeah, there you go,
250
so
identified, climb to flight level 1.
if we do it now, you should be able to see. There we are. That is a nice cheeky little direct, isn't it? Nice. Might cut a few more minutes off.
Ryanair 83 Yankee, contact Rhein on 133.655.
133.655, Ryanair 83 Yankee, thank you, and a good night.
A380 in the real world, do they increase the cost index if they were to have extra fuel? No.
Descent to reach flight level 270 at
The real reason for increasing cost index is usually just to get there a little bit quicker.
Level at Armut, Lufthansa 2 Kilo Mike. Tarom 361 Kilo, contact Rhein 133, decimal 655.
Estimated fuel burden has now gone up to 2.6.
133.655 for Tarom 361 Kilo.
Christian, that's saved me at least 180 seconds, that little direct.
Lufthansa 69 Whiskey with your flight level 360.
Lufthansa 69 Whiskey, München, identified.
Pierce Randy, yeah, that company message is just telling me, I think, that it's received our delay.
Proceed direct in Nidec, Lufthansa 69 Whiskey.
Yeah, there we go.
Mission Radar, Alpine 2743, good evening, flight level 350.
Alpine 2743.
Right, we can contact these EDMO. I just notify them that we're now using CPDLC.
Lot 2 Whiskey, contact
Don't get to use it very often, so we might as well.
375.
Hey DC, good to see you. Travel Planet Island, that is usually, yeah, that's a point when you would increase cost index. One, if you need to get somewhere quick, like crew being out of hours, or if you're flying somewhere such as to a place where a procedure is only available during the daytime and it's getting late and you need to get there quickly, otherwise you're going to have to divert somewhere else. Christian, Rex Action Systems has just got an update. Has it? I've not seen an update for that for a while, so definitely have to check that out. That's the difference between Aer Lingus and the Orange Airline Travel Planet. I don't think they'd ever dare do cost index 100. Pencil pushers would be having a heart attack.
Mike, standby. Lufthansa 2 Kilo Mike, was soll's? Contact München 134.150.
Flight Simmer, did I notice any improvements of the rudder? Not really, but I never had an issue with that before, so I think that's all okay. That's all good.
Alpine 2743, proceed direct to Norku.
Direct to Norku, Alpine 2743.
So about an hour to go. Dark says, don't forget the flat rings. Well, fun enough, Dark. I was thinking we might start setting up the box for our arrival, which includes my distance rings. I don't use them for my flaps. I do use it for my nice CDA descent.
With the 6 Lima Kilo, contact Prague on 118, decimal 375.
Tony, we can increase the cost index if we need to get back to the pub in time. Yeah. That's all important. I keep forgetting I've not got a nice cup of tea though here, which is nice. I did go somewhere to where I was, which really made me laugh because it was, you know how here in the UK they're building they're not called schools anymore here in the UK, they're called academies. They build academies, and it was called I'm not going to say the name of the actual place of it, but it actually said over the top of the door coming in big massive letters, welcome to the CBA Academy. Well, for what CBA usually stands for. Although, who on earth named it that? Logons accepted. Close that. I mean, you just wouldn't call it the CBA Academy, would you?
Mission radar, good evening, Ryanair Air 4 Whiskey Alpha, flight level 230 for 240 and for higher, please.
Ryanair 84 Whiskey Alpha, München, identified, hello.
Flight Simmer, CBA stands for can't be...
Thank you, Ryanair Air 4 Whiskey Alpha.
Can't be lazy. For the want of a different word. Yeah, Consular Rock, you got it in one. Can't be bothered.
Ryanair 312, contact track on 118.
Welcome to the CBA Academy. And that's meant to inspire students to work hard. Someone really didn't think it through. Christian, behave.
User 4381, contact Bremen on 124, decimal 175. 14175, you mentioned.
Yeah, of course you were referring to the news, Christian. The British Broadcorping castration. What route will I first fly when the A380 drops? I think that is all going to depend on how busy Dubai is. I'd love to take it to Dubai, but can you imagine the mess that place would be? Oh, Dark Fury, come on. Behave. It is a good car. Not as good as the Audi though, that clearly has the best stopping distance of any other automobile, given the distance that drivers usually leave between their front bumper and my back one. Christian, J-Hog will probably fly the A380 from Manchester to Jersey. I've not, I've sadly not had any news or seen any news regarding the A380. It's hopefully, of course, still in development.
Delta India, Delta Charlie at flight level 80, directing Garkia.
Delta India, Delta Charlie Alpha, München, identified, hello, expect ILS runway 22.
Expect ILS runway 22, Delta India, Delta Charlie Alpha.
Lot 7, 902, Rhine radars closing, monitor Unicom.
Monitoring Unicom, lot 792, thank you for...
Dark Fury, is the A380 Dubai flight delayed again? Yeah. A380 says it'll release in 2050. It'll be an old aircraft by then.
Swiss 15 Charlie, flight level 370 inbound Okaga.
Swiss 15 Charlie, München identified. There was...
Flight Sim Galaxy, why don't you speed up the sim rate? You can't. Not when you're on VATSIM. It's against the rules. Lulu says, bring the A380 to Glasgow. Was surprised to see it operating there. Did it go there intentionally, or was it diverted?
From the 9er Hotel Echo after 454, direct 457. When ready, descend flight level 150.
After 454, direct 457, and when ready, down to level
Flight Sim, you thought you could
150,
speed up the sim rate if you're on Unicom. I don't know about that, to be honest with you, but we're definitely not on Unicom, so we'd probably really annoy the air traffic controller if we did that. Oh, Lulu, did they actually... does Emirates take a 380 into Glasgow? Oh, that's cool. Didn't know that.
Alpine 39er Tango Echo, somehow CPWC is very late today. Descend to flight level 210 at 2,500 feet per minute or greater.
Oh, Fly Coco, that is a good point. There should be something about the A380, I'm sure.
Alpine 39er Tango Echo, CPWC
Because there's the Flight Sim convention, isn't there, in the Netherlands?
Correction, at 2,500
So we'll see what that happens.
Alpine 39 Tango Echo, sorry about that. Descend flight level 320 at 2,500 feet per minute or greater. 39 Tango Echo.
39 Tango Echo, flight level 210.
Roger, flight level 210, 39 Tango Echo.
Alpine 35 Bravo Echo, descend to flight level 210 at 2,500
Christian, what you on about?
210 and 2,500
What?
feet per minute or greater, Alpine 25 Bravo.
Why would I be descending? I'm still an hour out. Hey, Psy120. Good evening, indeed. It has been a while.
39 Tango
Hope
Echo
you're doing
on
well.
conversion, speed 300 knots or greater.
On conversion speed 300 knots or greater, 39 Tango Echo.
That's what happens when you have similar call signs and Christians too knackered to actually concentrate.
Alpine 35 Bravo Echo, are we okay to continue normal speed?
Alpine 35 Bravo Echo on conversion, speed 300 knots or less.
On conversion 300 or less, 35 Bravo Echo.
Right, let's have a look at this arrival. Can't put it off any longer.
Radar, good evening, speedbird 858, level 370 over at Coma, PBLAC.
Suit 858 identified, hello, direct Udomo.
Direct to Udomo,
So, RTIP transition. How does it do this for us then? RTIP, Winger. Oh, this is the right transition, yeah. 602, 603, Nersey. 607's there as well. 608, 621. Okay, yeah, so we'll... That's the transition that we've got, and that's the transition in the box. What might happen, though, is we might just get given a little direct straight from, say, RTIP or Winger. Straight down to one of the waypoints on the approach, so that will be really nice. Get us in a bit quicker. As
24.175
as well. So that is a potential for us. So at least we know that that is right. It's good. So that's fine. Box is okay. Radnav page. SPL. Get that in. Hey Andy, was that the flight chart? It was. That was the arrival chart for the RTIP 1 Charlie transition. That's fine. We need to get the weather then for Amsterdam, if that's not about.
München identified.
So I have just grabbed the ATIS information. Main landing runway still 18 right. Wind 160 at 10.
Alpine 39 Bravo Echo, contact Bremen on 124, decimal 175.
So is that for 35?
Visibility is 4.5 kilometers, broken 400.
124, decimal 175.
Sorry, scattered 400, broken 500.
175,
Temperature is 9.
Delta Charlie Alpha, descend to
QNH
4,000
1011.
feet, QNH at Dresden 1016.
Descent 4,000 feet via 101.
And we're now over to Unicom.
Delta Charlie Alpha, turn right heading 180.
Turn right.
Yeah, config 3, we'll do a landing calculation in a moment, but I'm sure that'll be fine. Nice long runway into Amsterdam, and the minimums for that runway are... $187. And I just want to grab the ATIS again. It's information kilo that we've got there. Alright, that's filled out. 2.6 tons, which means that our landing weight is looking to be 63, call it 64. . 64 . 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64. 64 Right, landing performance calculations then. One 8 right, 2, apply the METAR, 64 tons. And that's going to be fine. And just check flaps 3. Yeah, all good. Was it raining? Oh, we've got light drizzle, haven't we? So we'll do an actual calculation that is good. That's fine. And auto brake low. Now we technically don't even need to use an auto brake on this landing because it's a very long runway, and we actually vacate right at the end of the runway at Amsterdam. So if we so we're landing all the way over here, look, it's miles away. So roll to the end and just vacate. So even if we don't use the auto brake, we'll arm it, so it'll be on. But if we we'll probably get rid of that quite early doors. And I just want to check. This is a one-way system as well. I do need to check the way of that one-way system. Doesn't tell me on that chart. Hang on, where's the taxi chart? Oh, which chart is it on? Is it given to us on this one? No. Oh, come on, where is it? So, Amsterdam has a one-way system. They see Charlie's north, Delta south. And I know this is also a one-way system. I think we carry straight down over the de-ice pads. But I can't actually remember. Oh, that's rubbish. Yeah, I think it's straight down. Martin, idle reverse. Yeah, idle reverse will be fine for this. We checked it using our standard operating procedures for checking whether we use an idle reverse or max or reverse thrust, and we definitely don't need that. Right, I think we've got everything we need off the charts then. Let's do a little brief then, whilst we don't have an ATC to interrupt us. So, normal the normal procedure that we are expecting then is the RTIP arrival, Norku 2 Alpha, and then onto the RTIP 1 Charlie transition, which is this nighttime transition, as you can see here. We're expecting, we've got the flight levels on there, so we'll stick to those unless told different by ATC. There's a speed restriction just there at Mersey, 220 knots. If we're flying this full sort of transition, then we can look to be sort of green dot at Mersey and then slowing down as we get towards our final approach and configuring for landing then. However, I would suspect if there's not a lot of traffic around, then we can get almost a direct from RTIP to somewhere like 137 or even 135, so a bit further out. So if we're below the profile on the way down, that's not a bad thing. And yeah, I will aim for 10,000 feet at RTIP if it looks like we're going to get in early, and then we're ready should they give us the shortcut. The approach itself is normal ILS approach, 3 degrees, so it's all fine. We're legal to land, minimum was 187. MSA as we're coming in is 1,800 feet. Contact the ground after vacating the runway if they are on line. And then yeah, the taxi then will be down Victor, crossing runway 18 centre, south on Delta. So we cross that at Whiskey 5, south on Delta, and then we are right on Alpha to here at Hotel. So start the timer as we land somebody, and then let me know when 3 minutes have passed, and then we'll do a single engine taxi and a long taxi to stand. Let's have a look at the go around here, because this is quite important. So we're going to right turn as soon as possible, but not below 500 feet to the Amsterdam 624 waypoint. This is there, 2,000 feet mandatory. That is also the missed approach altitude, 2,000 feet. But what is important is that we do not cross the 240 radial out of the Schiphol VOR, and that is because of aircraft potentially departing off the other runways here. So what we're going to do to make sure that that is adhered to is we will go into the flight plan page, into our fix info page, pop in SPL Schiphol, type in that radial of 240, and then it's just a little bit of a reminder for us then if we now have a look on the navigation display when we get there. Yeah, there, now you can see that. So as we're going to be on approach, you can see that is the line that you must not cross on a go around, because we can interfere with other departing aircraft. Platform altitude for this is 2,000 feet, so we can also then pop in on our second fixes page, EHAM 18 right, and just pop in I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a 9-mile radius in there. Again, if we get a shortcut, that will really help with our CDA. Okay, so threats and errors that we can think of for this approach. Could potentially be busy, lots of air traffic control, so be aware of that. Could potentially get the shortcut. We've spoken about that, how we're going to mitigate it by making sure we're at... actually, it says the lowest we can get on this chart is flight level 70, as instructed by ATC. So, if we can get below the profile and hold it there, then that'll be worthwhile. We'll be able to see on TCAS as well, and also listen to ATC to find out just how busy that place is. So, yeah, there's the little threat. Direct and been a bit too high to actually being able to accommodate it. We've also seen a little threat with the go around as well, so we've got that keyed up on the navigation displays to mitigate that, and sort of a little reminder for us that that is indeed the issue. The weather as well, visibility, it should be okay once we drop out the clouds, about 400-500 feet, so we're not going to see the airport and the runway lights until quite late on. So again, just another little threat to be aware of. Plus, if it turns out that the rain and that cloud base just drops or it blows across the runway at the wrong time, then that could increase the light level of a go around, so it's worth making sure that we are fully briefed. Also making sure that once we have vacated runway, we contact ground automatically. We're not waiting for a handoff for that. So I think that is us that's us all pretty much brief. We've done our landing, we've sorted our landing weight out, we've done our landing performance calculations, and we know where we're going once we've landed as well. So yeah, jobs are good. Let's sit back and relax again now, and I can get back into the chat in case we've missed anything. Morley, thank you so much for the sub, I appreciate that. A380, do we use Amsterdam scenery? Yeah, we've got Fly Tampa there. Fry. Anyone know how to solve slow download speeds while downloading Microsoft Flight Simulator? Some people have said using a VPN can help it. I've never done it though. PSV always says the other threat is we drive on the right. Mr. Sion, the one-way system is on the airport chart 10.9. Oh, is it? Let me have a quick look at that. Just to confirm what I think. Oh, there it is. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it was. We go straight through the de-icing days. Thank you. Councillor Rock also says he can confirm using a VPN sometimes increases the download speed. I see, that's interesting to me. Connor plays, the pilot is probably also angry as well, so don't poke the bear. Half an hour should be on approach, close to the ground. And our top of descent is only about 70 miles away. Steve, you left Leeds for Bristol 20 minutes ago and you still have the autopilot on. Good. Easy for you. My autopilot I'll be staying on till about 500 feet, I think, today. Organ Aviator, yeah, when GSX decides to work, it is definitely easier. You are quite right. Just crashed for me the last time I tried to use it though, which was a bit rubbish. Flyby John says he left Leeds as well, inbound to Edinburgh. You've still got the autopilot on. Of course we've all got the autopilot on. You're flying in RSVM airspace, you've got to have the autopilot on. It's a legal requirement. Some air traffic over there. Well, they were there a minute ago. Got one TCAS. Oh, there they are. Councillor Rock, I don't have that side stick, so I'm afraid I can't help with that. I'm using the side stick settings that the Phoenix have now recommended, which I think is like a 20% 20% thing. Gonzi, I do use SDS, yes. Coda says it'd be interesting if there was basically another version of GSX. Yeah, there's only one on the market, isn't there? I am very surprised that no one else has come along to try and create a ground handling piece of software. GSX has kind of got the monopoly on that, but it is very buggy. I don't think there's anyone here that could say any different. And Flyby John, you've only just realised that FSLTL works in FS HUD. Really? Well, that's it. Immersion has just shot up for you, Flyby John. Team Symbol, I use the Thrustmaster Airbus TCA side stick. Vinny, do I use Air Server? What you mean for the iPad? I do. That's what I'm just casting my my tablet onto the screen for, so you guys can basically see what I'm looking at. A380, is GSX worth it? When it works, yes. When it doesn't, it's just annoying. Team Simple, if you want to check out my graphic settings and things, there is a video on my channel which explains the current settings that I'm using, and I haven't changed them, so it's still current. Mark, which traffic injector do I use? I don't use any, Mark, because you can't use any when flying on the VATSIM network. It would become very confusing. Steve, yeah, this isn't your mouse, this is my mouse that you can see. A380, if you are going to get an Nearly Builds airport, be sure to use the link in the video description though, or the pinned link at the top of the chat. And you also support us at the channel as well, if you use that link. Jean Laurent, good evening to you. I've got traffic crossing in front of me. How far out are you? Oh, it's 2,000 feet beneath us. That's okay. RH, good evening. Just waiting for that top of descent to come now. Out of interest then, is there, and I often ask this because I'm just generally nosy, is there anyone in the chat watching us for the very first time live tonight who has perhaps stumbled across us and is thinking, what the heck is going on? Lots of long words that I don't understand. If I can understand them, I guarantee anybody else will be able to. Jean-Laurent, how is live? Live at the moment, John, it's, to be perfectly truthful, it's hectic. It's very, very hectic. But that is live at the minute. It's lots of work, lots of hard work. That's why there's not many streams or videos or much on the channel at the moment. Maybe 1, 2 lives a week if we're lucky. But this will be my final weekend away after a run of 5. I've almost been working constantly every day now since the 13th of February. I haven't had a day off. Marcel says first time watching, but you know what's happening. Hey Marcel, that's awesome. Can you tell me what's happening, please? Hey Carfagon, good evening. And oh, you were the controller when we came to Ibiza, weren't you? Yeah, we loved landing there. Unfortunately, were you the controller then when we had to go around? We went around because the simulator just started stuttering as we were on final approach, and I lost the picture entirely. So we could have slammed it in, but that wouldn't have looked good. So we did the professional thing. We went round and came again, and we were absolutely fine second time round. But it was great to. We like seeing go-rounds. It's something a bit different, isn't it? PSV says to me, "This is the first time lots of people just watching the dark sky." I know. I know. Chris Morgan says, I've been watching for a long time. You have, Chris, and you still don't understand the long words. Legend Dark Fury doesn't have a clue because he doesn't speak Airbus. Speedbird, what's new with the latest Fenix update? Bug fixes is the main thing, Speedbird. If you want to check out sort of the highlights, there's a video that's released earlier today, just checking those out on the channel. You can see that afterwards. Is this ATC coming back to guide us? Yes, Amsterdam Schiphol approach. Woohoo, that's what I wanted. Oh, Steve, I love that nightclub. We ought to go there. Schiphol approach, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike A320, flight level 360 with information kilo.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, hello, direct RTIP 1 Delta transition.
Direct to RTIP, and it's the RTIP 1 Delta transition for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Which I think that's what we've got in. RTIP 1 Delta transition, that's the one. Lovely. Already briefed, so we know what we're doing.
Nordic 5-1, Monmouth Unicom, bye-bye.
Links, do we use the second monitor? I do.
Unicom, bye-bye.
Yes, yes.
Roger, going to Unicom 122.8, Nordic 5-1.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, descend to flight level 140.
Descend flight level 140, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Right, down we go. The fact he's descending as early gives me a bit of a sign that he might want to get us in with a little shortcut. So we'll go thrust idle and we'll use open descent for now.
KLM 1802, speed 280 or greater.
280 or greater, 1802.
Amsterdam radar, very good evening, Alpine 2743, flight level 350.
Alpine 2743, hello, direct R-tip 1 Delta.
Someone else coming in on the same transition as us. A380, no, sadly not.
R-tip, and we have the R-tip 1 and Delta transition for Alpine 2743.
Gonzi, I think my turbulence is set to low. I'm not actually sure if Phoenix have updated that since the latest updates. Carfagan, there are 3. You can obviously use VS, so set your VS feet per minute. You can use open descent, which your FPS descent rate is then basically set by your speed. The aircraft targets the speed and will hold that speed. Or you can use descent mode, which is managed descent as accordance with what you've got predetermined in your sort of your V profile, your VNAV profile. So, we're in open descent at the moment, so basically the aircraft's just targeting this speed here, 290 knots, which, to be honest, I'm actually going to reduce. We'll target about 380. So see now, the aircraft is going to target 380, so in order to do that...
Alpha Mike, speed 280 knots.
There you go. It's like I'm a fortune teller. 280 knots for Alpine, 3 for Alpha Mike. So yeah, obviously as the aircraft's slowing down, it raises the nose, so the descent rate becomes shallower. If we were using managed descent, then it would target the VNAV profile, which is what it's indicated here on the green, this little green yo-yo here, or green dot. Not to be confused with green dot speed over this side. But so we're below the profile at the moment. Hey Barry, good evening, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Alpine 2743, descent flight level 140.
Descending flight level 140 for Alpine 2743.
Amsterdam, hello, Steve, 48 Hotel Yankee, flight level 230 for 220 inbound Rotterdam.
Speedbird 48 Hotel Yankee, proceed direct to Sugal 1 Delta transition, descent flight level 140.
Back to Sugal for Sugal 1 Delta transition, flight level 140, Speedbird 48 Hotel Yankee.
Requesting out of cockpit for about 5 minutes for Iberia 3322.
Iberia 3322, approved.
Will go, thanks.
Amsterdam radar, good evening, Scandi 1550 with you, passing flight level 1164-130.
Canadian 1550, climb flight level 250.
Continue climb level 250, Scandi 1550.
Lot 30, Monmouth Unicom, bye-bye.
Barry, that is incredible. 36 months of support for the channel. So it's been travelling around so much that every time he joins the stream, there's a new update and a new milestone here.
5000, descent flight transition to flight level 55.
Barry, you...
Transition to flight level 55.
I've been travelling almost as much as you recently, Barry, so you haven't missed much. But thank you, mate. Really appreciate your continued support. And great to have you on stream. tonight as well. Kafka said he didn't understand the descent profile, so thank you for that information. Yeah, basically, if you, in theory, if you would just leave it into managed descent all the way down, then it would mean that you would stay on profile all the way down until you captured the ILS, and then you'd be done. However, when you're flying in the real world, that never really happens, because air traffic control come in with speed restrictions and things like that, so they also give you shortcuts, which then would mess up that profile. So yeah, it wouldn't work in real life, and I don't think we've ever done a managed descent all the way in, just because.
8685 on this.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Go ahead.
Oh, Barry Barson, it may have been a while, but coming in with an amazing 10 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel membership gifts. Thank you, Barry, supporting us and welcoming more into our community at the same time. Very, very generous, as always. I really do appreciate that, Barry. That is an incredible show of support. So welcome to our new channel members, courtesy of Barry. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much.
Descent level 100, 1802.
Chevrolet 60 Romeo, maar dat is Unicom, goedenavond.
Helaas ben ik vragen naar Unicom, Chevrolet 60 Romeo, laat lekker.
Scandinavia 1550, maar dat is Unicom, bye bye.
Unicom Scandinavia 1550, nice evening.
Lufthansa 212 Amsterdam.
So just trying to look, see
how far until you cut off descent approximately?
What traffic we can see, what the aircraft around we can see. Just to try and anticipate if we're going to get that direct that we spoke about.
Roughly 50 nautical miles, Lufthansa 20.
Lufthansa 212, when ready, descent level 260.
Barry, what have they done to all the settings in your sim? Nothing works anymore. I didn't have this problem.
Easy 8685, turn on your transponder.
But I have heard lots of people say something similar.
Repeat that, Easy 8685.
It has reset a lot of people's
8685, turn on your
key bindings, which is incredibly annoying, isn't it? Like you say, nothing works as you expect it to anymore.
Iberia 3322, roger.
Some people were really frustrated because the custom views they thought had been deleted. Turns out they hadn't been deleted, but they changed the key bindings of them, which is ridiculous. Why can't they just leave them alone? Same when you do an NVIDIA update for your graphics card. Sometimes it just resets all your graphics settings. There's no need.
Amsterdam radar, French Air Force 103, good evening, sir.
French Air Force 103, expect ILS Yankee approach, runway 21. Proceed direct to Tupac, descent flight level 80.
Runway ILS Yankee 21, proceed direct Tupac, descent 080, French Air Force 103.
Amsterdam radar, good evening, Iberia 33 Romeo Foxtrot inbound Amdix cruising.
Right, 16,000 feet. Let's get seatbelt signs on.
Romeo Foxtrot, hello. Do you prefer flight level 350 or 370?
We would prefer 37 for Iberia 33 Romeo Fox.
Iberia 33 Romeo Foxtrot, climb to flight level 370, proceed direct to Bedum.
Chris D, if you want camera views, Chris, I would highly recommend joining our Discord server.
Alpha Mike, descend to flight level 100.
Descent flight level 100, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Yeah, join our Discord server and download mine.
Your transponder is still
it's
off.
just easier. Flight level 100 blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed.
There's also help as well on the Discord showing you where to install those files.
Seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us.
Easy 8685.
Newspapers or magazines that you do not want.
Go ahead. Your transponder is still off.
Team Simple, yes, you can set any button to arm your spoilers. I've got a
Okay, wait 2 seconds.
spoilers arm button on my. I actually use
48 Hotel Yankee. Proceed direct to
on my Thrustmaster TCA Captain's Pack. I actually use this button here, which isn't really a button. It's a light in the real aircraft, but I use that button there to arm my spoilers.
KLM 1802 speed 250 knots.
250 knots, 1802.
Taron 361 kilo. Descent via transition QNH 1011, clear to ILS 18 right.
And the transition clear to ILS 08 right, Taron 361 kilo.
Runway 18 right.
Team Simple, you just have to go into the Microsoft Flight Simulator keybind control settings and bind it to spoilers toggle arm, I think it's called, something like that. Miranda, should you be worried about the outer tank fuel transfer? No, not at all. No. It's standard stuff, all perfectly normal.
Alpha Mike, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike.
Speedbird 906, one of Unicom, bye bye.
Operating in Cockpit 3 with
And 250 is set.
Easy 8685, identified now.
Approach phase is active.
Maintain heading 0.
Yeah, so the transfer valve opens
Flight level 100.
when
maintain heading.
you can see these valves are open.
KLM 1802, descent fire.
That just means wings from the outer then move to the inner
Fire
tanks.
transition down to level 55, KLM 1802.
Ryanair 83 Yankee, monitor Unicorn, goodbye.
Monitor Unicorn, goodbye, Ryanair 83 Yankee.
And I forgot the trigger for that. I think it's something like 750 kilograms of fuel in there. I would need to double check.
Reverse 48 Hotel Yankee, descent flight level 70.
Mark, how long to arrive? Ooh,
Speedbird 52 Alpha, monitor Unicorn, bye bye.
less than 20 minutes.
Unicorn, bye bye. Speedbird 52 Alpha.
Iberia 3322, monitor Unicorn, bye bye.
Unicorn 122.8, Iberia 3322, thank you.
Right, it's 10,000 feet. We'll get our lights on.
Transavia 5000, speed 250 knots.
250, Transavia 5000.
Speedbird 48 Hotel Yankee, speed 270 knots.
Speed 270 knots, Speedbird 48 Hotel Yankee.
Lufthansa 212, monitor Unicorn, bye bye.
Unicorn for Lufthansa 212, thank you very much.
French Air Force 103, turn right, heading 080.
Speed, Alt Star.
Heading 080, French Air Force 103.
That looks like all the low cloud we're going to be dropping out of. Expect to see the runway about 500 feet before we land.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, descent via transition, flight level 55.
Descent via transition, flight level 55, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Right, altitude constraint. And let's just check that transition.
Turn right, heading 120, expect runway 18 right.
Expect runway 18 right, turn right.
So basically Nersey 550.
Easy 8685.
So we're not actually going to descend until we pass, well, we're flight level 100 now, so not until we get past Windsor will we start the descent.
48 Hotel Yankee, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250 knots, Speedbird 48 Hotel Yankee.
So now descent mode is armed, you can see that in blue. And we'll not go down until we need to. We'll pop the constraints on as well, that will show you on the navigation display, so there you go. We'll start the descent once we pass here. And it's aiming for flight level 550 at Nersey just there. Maybe we're not going to get the shortcut.
Alpine 2743, descend via transition, flight level 55.
Descend via transition to level 55, Alpine 2743.
Pierce Brandy, the Phoenix aircraft always showed that when the out-of-tank fuel crossfeed message came on. I promise you it did.
French Air Force 103 for test my volume.
Mark, we're arriving at Amsterdam.
French Air Force 103, this volume is good, thank you for adjusting. Transavia 5000, speed 220 until Neersee, QNH 1011, cleared ILS, approach 18 right.
220 until Neersee, and confirm ILS, we were programmed for the RNP.
You can do the RNP, the visibility is 5,000 meters, overcast 500 feet. And QNH 1011, cleared RNP, 18 right.
1011 and cleared RNP, 18 right, Transavia 5000.
Seabird 48 Hotel Yankee, speed 220 knots.
320 knots, Seabird 48 Hotel Yankee.
French Air Force 103, descend 2,000 feet, QNH 1013.
2,000 feet, 1013, French Air Force 103.
Baron 361 kilo, clear to land 18 right, wind 160 at 10, long rollout approved.
Land runway 18 right, at around 360.
Amsterdam radar, good evening, Speedbird 3 Echo Tango, flight level 230.
Seabird 3 Echo Tango, hello, direct Sugal, Sugal 1 Delta transition.
Direct Sugal and Sugal 1 Delta transition, Speedbird 3 Echo Tango.
Seabird 48 Hotel Yankee, descend flight level 55.
Flight level 55, Seabird Hotel Yankee.
So sadly trundling along at 10,000 feet,
right,
burning fuel, which
speed 250 knots.
Speed 250.
we probably didn't need to get down quite as quick, but we were hoping we'd sneak our way in, but there you go. Hey boss man, I've had issues with GSX, but mainly because mainly just it not working. Have you got the latest GSX update installed? That is the main thing that I would look at doing.
Seabird 48 Hotel Yankee, speed 220 until Neersee, QNH 1011, descend via transition, cleared ILS 18 right.
Speed 222, Northeast QNH 1010.
Victor Papa Bravo is identified.
They send the guys to approach Yankee.
They might still give us a little bit of a shortcut. Depends whether we can get in or not. Now you can just see that little circle I got around the runway there. Look, so as long as we can achieve 3,000 feet as we cross this line,
jet time 972,
then
hello, squawk 0172.
we'll be fine.
0172, jet time 907.
KLM 1802, speed 220.
Speed 220, 1802.
Can't see the airport
Alpine
because of
3
that.
for Alpha Mike, speed 220.
Speed 220, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike.
Easyjet 685, descend to flight level 55.
Descend to flight level 55, Easy 8685.
Clean is
Seabird
212.
3 Echo Tango, when ready, descend flight level 140.
When ready, descend flight level 140, Speedbird 3 Echo Tango.
There we go, we've just passed that waypoint where the constraint was, so now we're descending flight level 55, which should automatically level us off here at the next constraint. And we'll see, we're holding that profile nicely in descent mode.
Jet time 972, identified.
Mark White Easyjet, just because I know the standard operating procedures for them, so we could do it realistically.
Easyjet 685, speed 220 knots.
BT20 knots, easy 855. Easy what? Easy 8685.
KLM 1802, maintain 220 knots until near sea, then descend via transition. QNH 1011, cleared ILS 180 right.
We can expect a similar instruction for us.
until near sea, descend via transition, QNH 1011, KLM, and cleared approach, KLM 1802.
Avon 361 kilo, contact ground 121805.
11805, Tarom 361 kilo.
Tarom flight, nice.
Transavia 5000, clear to land, 18 right, wind 160 at 10.
So that's this guy going in.
18 right, clear to land, Transavia 5000.
It's that guy going in. We're just all following around in a big sort of circular pattern.
Easyjet 685, turn left heading 090.
Turn left heading 090, easy 866. Easy 8685.
So if he tells us to descend via transition, we will select 2,000 feet, manage descent speed, manage descent,
left heading 030,
and that'll get us on the glide slope. If he clears us as well for the approach, of course, then we can arm the approach
Yankee speed 160 until 4 miles final.
and capture that.
160 to 4 miles final to 48 Yankee.
Team Simple,
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, speed 220 until near sea, then descend via transition. QNH 1011, cleared ILS 18 right.
Speed 220 until Nersey, then descend via the transition, cleared ILS approach, runway 18 right, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Yeah, so that's what we're expecting. And if we then check the box, 550 constraint at Nersey, so we can now actually quite comfortably just set that platform altitude 2,000 feet, leave it in descent mode. We've got 55 magenta. Once we are past Nersey, we will need to set the local pressure, QNH 1011, but not yet. Transition altitude is 3,000 feet. So once we pass Nersey, we'll set that. Team Simple, I have no idea what if you can actually bind the chrono to anything, I'm afraid.
Lot 792, one of Unicorn, bye.
Lot 792, switching to Unicorn, thank you sir for your services and goodbye.
French Air Force 103, turn right heading 180, cleared ILS 21.
180, clear ALS, runway 21, merci, French Air Force 103.
Easy 8685, speed 180 knots.
Easy 8685, speed 10 knots.
Here we go.
180.
180 knots, easy 866, easy 8685.
And now we can start slowing down as we've passed Nersey. Just wait for Nersey to change off here, then we'll push for managed speed. There we go. Managed speed, down we go. There's the glide slope. Should catch that up now.
Okay, now 1802.
About 15 mile
160
final.
or more until 4 miles final.
Yeah, roger, remaining speed 160 until 4 miles, 1802.
Easy 8685, left heading 360.
Turn left heading 360.
So now just looking, do we need to start configuring just so we can get that glide slope in? I think we'll be okay looking at the speed we're getting down at.
Descend 3,000 feet, easy 8685. I didn't get the QNH.
1011.
Holding on to those constraints quite well.
Easy 8685.
QNH 1011, approach checklist bar F, then QNH 1011, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 187, auto brake low, EFB.
Easyjet 5 need a left turn now please, immediate left turn heading 360.
Stowed, flaps 1, speeds checked, flaps 1.
Heading 360, easy 8685.
Happy to slow down just to S speed.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, speed 160 until 4 miles final.
Speed 160 until 4. Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Right, well that's just confirmed how we're going to configure then. Glide slow, lock star, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
Clear to land, 18 right, wind 160 at 10.
Clear to land 1 right, thank you.
Got a tailwind which isn't helping us. Flaps 2 wheeled out. We're very close. But yeah, okay, I'm happy. Speed check, flaps 2. And now we're going to reduce speed 160.
Alpine 2743, descent via transition, QNH 1011.
If we need,
approach 18 right.
We'll get the gear down early. We'll just keep monitoring that.
And QNH 1011, clear to LS 118 right. Alpine 2743.
Easy 8685, turn right, heading 150, clear to ILS 18 right.
Turn right to... Can you repeat that? Easy 8685.
Heading 150.
Mark, air traffic control will only ask you to do certain speeds if they're needing to slow down for spacing.
French Air Force 103, clear to land, runway 21, wind 160 degrees, 6 knots.
2,500, struggling to slow down. Let's get the gear down a little bit early. So, gear down, spoilers armed.
Speedbird 48 Hotel Yankee, contact ground 121.805, bye.
121.805, thanks for service, bye-bye.
Okay, 1802, clear to land, 18 right.
Look at that lighting effect. That is awesome.
Clear to land, 18 right, KLM 1802.
Anti-ice
on. Deputy Aero, thank you so much for the prime sub. Really appreciate that.
Romeo Foxtrot, one of the Unicom, bye-bye.
Monitor Unicom 122.8, Iberia 33, Romeo Foxtrot, thank you very much.
Okay, 6 miles. Flaps 3, speeds checked. Flaps
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, reduce to final approach speed, expect late landing clearance.
Final approach speed and late landing clearance, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Let's be prepared for the go-around. So I'll call Toga, it'll be go-around flaps, pitch up, check the FMAs.
Easy 8685.
And a right
speed 180 until 6 miles final.
Speed 180, easy 86. Easy 8685.
Alpine 2743, speed 180 knots.
180 knots for Alpine 2743.
Speedbird 3 Echo
Could
Tango,
be interesting.
direct to Nerti, descent flight level 55.
Those landing lights not doing us any favours.
Descent flight level 55, Speedbird 3 Echo Tango.
Landing checklist. So, cabin is secured. Go around altitude 2,000 feet is set. Eco memo landing no blue. 1,000 feet.
Amsterdam radar, good evening. Speedbird 853 Sierra, direct upnet, climb flight level 360.
Speedbird 853 Sierra, hello, identify.
Runways in sight.
Amsterdam radar, hello, Speedbird 85 uniform, inbound Abner, follow up 360.
I have control.
Speedbird 85 uniform, hello, identified.
Stable. Three red, adjusting.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, 18 right, clear to land, wind 160 at 10.
Clear to land 18 right, 3 for Alpha Mike.
Hello 1802, thanks for vacating quickly, contact 121.805.
And it's raining.
Yeah, no problem, over the ground, 121.805 and Alpha 1802.
Continue.
Alpine 2743, speed 160 knots, or less.
160 or less for Alpine 2743.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
Manual brakes. And let's get off so we're not holding anyone else up.
Speedbird 3 Echo Tango, descent via transition, QNH 1011, cleared ILS 18 right.
Descent via transition, QNH 101, cleared ILS 18 right, Speedbird 3 Echo Tango.
Easy 8685, clear to land 18 right, wind 160 at 10.
Clear to land 18 right, Easy 8685.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, contact ground 121805, bye bye.
121805, thank you for the great service, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, good night.
Alpine 2743, long rollout will be available if you want.
Okay, thank you for the information, Alpine 2743.
Jet time 9.
KLM 1802, request high-speed taxi.
KLM 1802, approved.
Phased.
Skip all ground, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike on Victor.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, good evening. Taxi to Hotel 2 via Victor Yankee, cross Yankee 2.
However, we ask that you remain seated.
Stand Hotel 2 via Victor Yankee, cross at Yankee 2. Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike.
Electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now
Chris's flight time Ham worth 22. Yeah, I'd say so. Great
all your
airport.
personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area.
KLM, Vessel Uniform, Casting Push and Start.
It has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Oh, this is a long taxi.
KLM 311 requesting taxi.
KLM 311, taxi to Whiskey 1, holding point runway 18 center, via Bravo and Charlie, and give way to the British Airways A320 coming right to left.
Taxi to Whiskey 1 holding point for 18 center via Bravo Charlie, give way for British Airways. KLM 311.
Speedbird 742 is requesting IFR clearance down to...
I'm going to see if we can get a shorter taxi routing.
Speedbird 742,
Just
very good evening.
navigate
To
this
London
turn.
Heathrow, Danac 6 X-ray departure, runway 18 center. Initial climb flight level 60, squawk 7336.
Could you say the squawk again?
It's now been 3 minutes since we landed.
7336.
So we can single engine taxi our way in if
Clear to London Heathrow via the Dana 6.
we want.
Departure, expect runway 18
If you are leaving us though, please don't disappear without leaving a like.
6,000 feet.
Really appreciate that.
Squawk 7.
Remember, if you're going to get yourself some scenery from Enables, use the link in the video description or at the top of the chat.
Speedbird 742, to be sure, initial climb flight level 60 on standard pressure.
Initial climb.
Easy 86685, good evening. Wait, let me redo that.
Speedbird 427, change of plans, taxi to Whiskey 1 via Bravo and Delta. Whiskey 1 via Bravo and Delta.
For parking.
Easy 8685, keep it rolling on Victor, call you back.
You're a Texan, thanks for being here. See you next time.
Easy 8685.
And ground Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Is it possible to get a cross runway 18 centre at Whiskey 13?
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, negative. We have departure incoming, so that's going to be a conflict.
No problem, we'll take the scenic route via Yankee. Thanks, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike.
Transavia 5000 shutting off. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you for flying.
Amsterdam ground, Taron 361 kilo on Bravo, approaching Alpha 3, request stand.
Taron 361 kilo, sign to stand.
Oh, it's become one of the longest taxis we've ever done.
Via Alpha 5.
I apologize, Delta 22 for Taron 361 kilo, thank you.
Schiphol ground, Lufthansa 79 Lima at stand Juliet 84 with information Alpha.
We've never had to taxi this way before.
Lufthansa 79 Lima, clear to Frankfurt. A223 X-ray departure, runway 18 center.
Right.
Initial climb flight level 60, squawk 1000.
Engine 2 shut down.
Clear to Frankfurt via the A223 X-ray departure. Climb initial 6000, squawk 1000.
And from ground, Alpine 2743, very good evening to you. Vacated runway 18 right on Victor 3.
Alpine 2743, behind the cockpit, coming from the left. Taxi to Hotel 4 via Victor and Yankee, cross Yankee 2.
Behind the cockpit coming from the left, taxiing to Hotel 4 via Victor, Yankee, crossing Yankee 2 for Alpine 2743, thank you very much.
Fruitbank, I don't think it was here.
Easy 8685 via Victor and Yankee, cross Yankee 2, your stand.
I think it was Copenhagen we did that.
Taxi via. Wait, you might need to repeat that. Easy 8685.
Easy 8685, taxi to Hotel 5 via Victor and Yankee, cross Yankee 2.
Taxi to Hotel 5 via Victor Yankee 2.
Speedbird 427 at Whiskey 1, hold short, runway 18 center, contact the radar 125.750, see you next time.
What a horrible night.
Apologies, was that the Speedbird 427?
Speedbird 427, A firm at Whiskey 1, hold short, runway 18 center, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750, see you next time.
Whiskey 1, hold position and contact radar 125.750, many thanks. Speedbird 427.
Taran 361 kilo, see you missed your turn, you can make the first left Alpha 7.
Left on Alpha 7, that's around 361 kilo.
I'm 57 uniform requesting push and start.
KLM 57 uniform, when the company behind A320 Neo has taxied out, push, pull and startup approved. Information Alpha, QNH 1011.
So we've been told we can cross Yankee 2. Did you see that?
KLM 331, hello, beginning.
KLM 311, dismiss taxi, engine problems, I contact you when ready.
Roger.
Doesn't sound good. No one wants to be on that flight. Steve, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, taxi via Manchester and Birmingham. I've never taxied this way before. See, this is why buying Amsterdam airport scenery is worth the money, because you spend a lot of time here and you have to go a long way around. Now, I'm pretty certain we need to flip over to Delta. There's a one-way system here. Show you where we are, Organ. Yeah, 1 second. So, we're basically just taxiing down Charlie, just here. Now, there's runway 18 center. That's there.
Ground runway 61 kilo, stand, thank you for the service, have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Thank you for flying.
And ground Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Do we need to move over to Delta?
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, negative. You can continue via Charlie for the moment.
Thanks, we'll continue down Charlie, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Yes, obviously he knew why I was asking that request, because it is normally a one-way system, but if there's nothing there, that's great.
Is there any chance to get the whiskey across on the, what is it, 18 center, maybe?
Someone else asking the same as I did.
Alpine 2743, you're in luck. We have no departures currently.
Oh, man.
13, cross runway 18 center, hold short, taxiway Delta.
I'd have held short for a while there.
Thank you very much.
Night, Tony.
So, taxiing via Whiskey 13 and then crossing runway 18 center to holding short of Delta for Alpine 2743. Thank you very much.
Uber taxi.
Ground, this is KLM uniform.
Hey, the passengers can't complain, at least they're dry.
Moving, not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, he told me he had some engine problems. I can ask him if he can push further back into the stand Golf standby.
KLM 311 ready to taxi.
Just don't want to miss our
KLM
left
331, can you push back further into Golf 79er?
Hey Alpha Nays, good to see you. Taxi from Amsterdam to Paris.
Taxi again.
KLM 311, thank you very much. Taxi to Whiskey 1, holding point runway 18 center via Bravo and Charlie.
Taxi to holding point Whiskey 1 for 18 center via Bravo Charlie KLM 311.
Amsterdam really needs a tunnel. So we need to go left on to Alpha. Where we find that? I think it's coming up here. This turn should be Bravo. Yeah, we don't want that. We want Alpha, which is the next turn.
Alpine 2743, continue taxi via Delta and Alpha to your stand Hotel 4.
Taxiing via Delta and Alpha to stand Hotel 4 for Alpine 2743.
I think you've all got to agree though. Do we not think it looks amazing?
Lufthansa 79 Lima ready for push and start.
Lufthansa 79 Lima, information Bravo, the QNH 1011, push pull and startup approved.
Push and start is approved, information Bravo, QNH 1011, push and pull, Lufthansa 79 Lima.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, hold short Alpha 19 for outbound traffic.
Hold short Alpha 19, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Well, we're definitely in no rush. How long's this taxi been? 15 minutes. Actually, yeah, it's about, we've been on the ground 15 minutes. Oh my god.
And ground to low speedbird for.
And now we've got an aircraft coming out of our hotel.
London Heathrow.
terminal, so we have to wait there.
Speedbird 431, Roger, stand by, call you back. KLM 331, change of plans, taxi via Bravo and Delta.
Oh, that side stick thing again. Go away.
KLM 311, taxi via Bravo, Delta, KLM 211.
This is why we always joke about Amsterdam being a rubbish taxi. I've always been very fortunate. It's never been that bad.
X-ray departure, runway 18 center.
But this is a long taxi. Planes and coffee? No, this is not pre-recorded. That's why I'm answering you.
Initial climb 6,000, squawking 7346 speed.
They were there when we departed a couple of hours ago.
431 to be sure, initial climb, flight level 60 on standard pressure.
Flight level 60, speedboard 431.
Speedboard 431, repack correct, report fully ready.
Oh dear.
Easy 8685, request taxi instructions to Hotel 5.
Easy 8665, keep it straight ahead, I'll call your left turn.
That's who we're waiting for.
Straight ahead, Easy 8685.
Speedbird 742, ready for push to start.
Call sign for the push, again.
Speedbird 742.
Speedbird 742, information Bravo, QNH 1011, pushback, head startup approved.
Pushback approved.
Hey, Subsonic.
742.
You joined us after we landed 20 minutes ago. We're still not in the gate yet.
Requesting taxi. KLM 57 uniform, taxi to holding point Whiskey 1, runway 18 center via Bravo and Delta.
Holding point Whiskey 1 via Bravo Delta, KLM 57 uniform.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, after the KLM Dreamliner has exited the ramp, you can turn into Alpha 1.
After passing KLM Dreamliner from right to left, cleared into the hotel gate. Thanks, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Olivier says, suggests doing what you did. Olivier, we did. They told us no because they had departing traffic. You got lucky. I didn't. Lulu, I was just about to say something similar about JFK. I remember doing a very long taxi at JFK. Not an hour though. That's ridiculous.
At Whiskey 1, hold short, runway 18 center, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750. See you next time.
KLM 331 holding at Whiskey 1 and contact radar. Thank you, fijne avond.
There he goes. Right. Let's get into our gate. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really sorry, but our flight was not as long as our taxi.
And triple ground.
We'll have you on the ground in 5 minutes. We'll have you at the airport in half an hour.
Speedbird 447, very good evening, cleared to London Heathrow. Dana 6 X-ray departure, runway 18 center. Initial climb flight level 60, squawk 7334.
Alright, we're cleared Heathrow via the Dana 3 X-ray departure, runway 18 center, initial climb 60, and we'll squawk 7334 for a Speedbird 447.
YTP, we turn off engine number 2. Save fuel, save engine wear and tear, single engine taxi operations.
Speedbird 742, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Easy 8685, hold position.
Hold in position, Easy 8685.
KLM 57 uniform, you are now taxiing into Charlie, oncoming traffic.
Don't.
KLM 57 uniform, continue taxi Easy8685. Make a right turn on a Charlie 2 and then a left onto Delta.
Make a right onto Charlie 2 and a left onto Delta. Easy8685.
Yeah, apologies, that's my fault.
20 minutes. 20 minutes that took. Ugh, right. Wonderful. Yeah, ground crew weren't there, were they? They've disappeared already.
742, ready to taxi with information Bravo.
Speedbird 742, taxi to holding point Whiskey 1, runway 18 center via Bravo.
Right, engine
and
1
Delta.
shut down.
Taxi 2, runway 18 center, holding point Whiskey 1 via Bravo Delta, Speedbird 742.
External power is now available. Fantastic. Seatbelt signs. Get those off. And N1 is below 10. Beacon light off.
Senior taxi, fast uniform, apologies again.
Amsterdam ground speed.
Is GSX going to help us deboard? Who knows?
Speedbird 439er, clear to London Heathrow. Dana
Probably
6
not.
actually departure, runway 18 center. Initial climb flight level 60, squawk 6273.
Well guys, that is us done. That is an incredibly long taxi. Thank you so much everybody. I hope you've enjoyed our flight tonight. I must say, I thought the Phoenix update handled quite nicely on landing. I don't know what the FPM was for that, but yeah, seemed to work pretty much as expected, to be honest. Just yeah, very nicely done. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are over time, either on the Discord server or on the video afterwards. I think we can open some doors now. Let's just get everything done. There! Oh, every door's open. Get them deboarded. Lovely. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed our flight and stream this evening. Thank you for joining us. If you stayed with us throughout the entire taxi as well, then well, fair play to you, because that was indeed one of the longest taxis we've ever done. So guys, as always, a huge thanks for watching. Thank you so much to those Easyjet and Pilot Channel members as well, and your continued support is incredibly generous of you, as always. I look forward to seeing you on the next flight. Of course, that will be posted on our Discord server as soon as I know when that will be. As I say, I mean, I'm in the middle of a really intense sort of 5-week work period at the moment, so we're sadly not streaming as much as I would like. So apologies for that. But yeah, huge thanks to everyone, and I look forward to seeing you on our next live stream, whenever that may be. Of course, if you want to get in touch, then join the Discord server. I look forward to speaking to you on there. Final reminder, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, and of course, if you want to pick up some Innobuild's scenery, then please do use the link either in the video description or at the top of the pinned chat as well. Great way to support the channel whilst getting yourself some awesome scenery as well. Thanks very much everyone. I shall see you all very, very soon. Good night.